Hey, what's up? Had a little chance to come back with strategy two right now. I was gonna wait till tomorrow at first, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk to y'all about strategy two now. Earlier, I talked about strategy one. That's just minimizing your taxes by joining on and partnering with my econ to find ways and to lower your tax bracket. As I stated, as I explained to you guys in strategy one, when you work a job and you only have a job, no business at all, just a job, you're going to get taxed at the highest tax bracket, which is like I said between 28 and 33%. Before you get your check, that's what your taxes are going to, are going to be. You can go ahead and look at your check stub or whatever, your federal withholding, your state taxes, FICA, and all those things, and about roughly between 28 and 33% is going to be in taxes. That's your highest bill that you ever have in your life. It's not your house note. It's not your car note. It ain't that little dinner y'all went to at Papa Do's or Ruth Chris. Those are small things compared to taxes. So you don't have to worry about that type of money is already in strategy one is already gone. Okay, when you partner with a business such as my econ, Mary Kay, Avon, whomever it is, you're able to at that point lower your tax bracket to about 18% roughly. So you're cutting out a lot by just becoming a business owner without even adding any overhead. And then strategy three is when you're able to put the money that you've accumulated and put into investments, whether it be stocks, mutual funds, real estate, things of that nature. Okay, so I gave you how you cut your tax bracket, and strategy three is about 10%. So that's where money makes money. You can be sleep, but that person that's staying in your apartment that you're renting out to them is still paying for your lifestyle. So money's making money, and you're not actually on a job doing physical labor, or you got a mutual fund or some stocks that are making money for you while you sleep. That's what we call making money while you sleep. Basically you're not there doing any physical labor. So we talked about strategy one already. At this point, I'm gonna talk to you more about strategy two, which is eliminating some debt. So if you've already minimized your taxes, you've already joined the business, or you're going to join the business, you're cutting your taxes from the 28 to 33% down to roughly about 18%, maybe 22. Depends on how much you make. That's going to differ for each, everyone, because we all make different amounts of money, whatever. So that's I can't get too far off into that. But once you start, say for instance, like I said, you've already eliminated some debt by, you accumulate some debt in strategy one. So you're bringing home more of your money and not giving to Uncle Sam. So now at this point, Uncle Sam is kind of starting to pay for your lifestyle a little bit. So you got the car note for $250, but you're bringing home $300 more per month. Some will be like $500, depending on what you make. So let's just say $300. That's what I made. So at that point, you're putting that towards your car note. $250. Probably paying, let's just say you're paying a little bit extra. You're paying $300. You're paying a little bit extra, not that finance charge out. You get free on that. So you got some debt elimination. So you eliminate the debt, you pay it off faster than you would. So now you're not paying any interest, right? Any interest. You're not paying those finance charges and late fees, because those are what's really for real killing us. All these fees, the late fees, the finance charges, the interest rates. For somebody who has great credit or who's able to go ahead and pay higher, they have great credit, they pay a lower interest rate. Most of us don't have that situation where you have the additional money to put down or pay faster or whatever the case may be, pay more per month. So that's what's really keeping the poor. It ain't, we all paying the same car note, but some of us paying the car note with a higher interest rate. Some at 24.9, some at 5.3. So that's what's killing you, and that's what's going to keep you broke, because you're paying additional money that you don't have to be paying. once you get into a point where you're cash flow positive, you eliminate that. The rich people don't pay interest fees. They don't pay late charges because they gonna be on time. They got money to be on time. So this is just getting you guys in a different mindset of how money works. And lack of money costs you money, because when you don't have money, you have to pay more in fees. Okay, so you want to limit your debt as fast as you can and get to a point where you cash flow positive. So now you knock that debt out with the car note, which was $250. You bought in $300 more by strategy one. Now you $550 ahead. You got $550 that you can invest. I'm not gonna tell you to go buy a new Cadillac, you know what I'm saying, or that new Bronco that's come out in 2017, which I do like. Don't do that, because you put yourself right back in the same situation. You put that money toward an investment, whichever one you choose. You know what I'm saying? There are many ways to invest. Mutual funds, real estate, things of that nature, right? You kind of start to put Uncle Sam in your back pocket, because he's your friend at that point, because now you're not paying as much in taxes as you were before. He's starting to pay for your lifestyle. You got write-offs, because that's part of being a business owner as well. You know, the same things I told you guys, that the Christmas party that your company throws for you at the end of the year, and they give you those nice gifts. At Emerson, they gave us honey baked hams. I had 2 of them, and those honey baked hams, I didn't know that, you know, to give you that little gift certificate, that those are pretty expensive. So let's just say $75 a ham. So they give you that, and it says 1,200 employees. They gave everybody a ham. They cost $75 a ham. And what they doing with that? It wasn't because they love you as an employee. They want to also show less profits. They want to also lower their tax liability. That's all they're doing. They just want to bring that tax bracket down so they can pay less in taxes. And this is the same scenario, same strategy, what we're doing. If I make 80 grand, and through my business, I'm writing off 30,000 of it, then all I did was basically lower my tax liability. So at the end of the year, I don't owe, or if I do owe, I owe less. And if I was just on the verge of owing a little bit, now I may be getting something back. That's what you're basically doing to protect your wealth or accumulate some additional funds. And then we encourage you to, once you have eliminated the debt, what we encourage you to do is, like I said, don't go get that new Bronco yet. You know what I'm saying? I know it's nice. That Cadillac is nice, and you've been having an eye on it. No, go get you some property. Go invest that money in something that's going to continue to make you money and pay for your lifestyle even more. You already got Uncle Sam on your side. Uncle Sam's on your side already, because you already are now bringing home more than you would be bringing home without him being your friend. You know, that 33% that we talked about earlier was reduced through my econ to 22%, and then now you're investing, and you're putting that money over to the investments, which are only 10%. Wow, how much money are you bringing in at that point? All right, so that's additional money that you want to now use to maintain your same lifestyle, continue to drive the same car you've been driving, continue to live in the same areas you've been living in, but you're just stacking more money, living within inside your means, and you're putting that money into an investment that you're going to see down the road. It's a long-term thing. It's not something that's going to be overnight. I have personally seen people retire within 2 years, making more money through the business than they were at their job. There are people who are just want to do a little bit, and they're cool with strategy one, bringing home more of their money, and don't share the information, and they're cool with that. So it's going to be a personal choice for you at that point. But if there are other opportunities for you guys to bring home more money, share the information with people in your circle, your friends, your family, that will generate you more business on a residual income, where you're getting this money monthly, weekly. You know, it depends on what you put into it. I'm not going to have you guys think that just because you join in, you pay your $35 a month faithfully, that you're going to be bringing home $10,000 more down the road. Nah, there's a little work to do. You got to still share the word. You still got to get more knowledge. and things of that nature. But this is just giving you like an introductory to how it works. So you minimize your taxes in strategy 1, limit your debt in strategy 2, pay off some things with that money that you're getting additional, pay those things off. That way you don't owe anybody, you're cash flow positive, and then in strategy 2, you're ready to go boom. You're ready to go ahead and invest that money into something that you're going to see on a regular basis. So that's what really it is about, writing off your lifestyle. Like, I'm in Miami right now, and y'all know I'm from Maple. I'm from the hood. I ain't done nothing different from what y'all done. Been on a few trips, and basically those trips that I'm going on are write-offs through the business. When I go out to a sports bar and I pass my business card, that money that I spent at the bar, that food I ate, which I was gonna spend anyway, well, that was a business meeting that I had with somebody who I get that card to. I put it in my cash flow manager app that keeps my record keeping, and that's a legitimate business meeting. So the IRS came back at me later on and said, well, you wrote this off. We're doing an audit on you. I got the records to show that, yeah, that was a business meeting I had in Miami with someone, and that trip that I went on was basically to meet up with that person to have the meeting. So I had to get a hotel room, I had to get a car to meet them there, whatever, so I had, those are write-offs. And basically all the IRS wants you to do is 3 things. They want you to work your business on a consistent basis. Basically, try to accumulate a profit and keep good records. That's all they require. Go on irs.gov right now. It'll tell you those are the 3 requirements that we have. Work your business on a consistent basis, try to earn a profit, and keep good records. All right. Only about 1% or less than 1% get audited. But if you were in that minority and you did, we want to make sure that you have everything that you need in place to do so. So there is a software that comes with your monthly fee, and it covers all of that. So that's just another way to accumulate some wealth, generate some residual income, and basically, the more you learn once you get in, because it's too much to tell you guys in a 5-minute or 10-minute video. I share as much information as I can, but if you have some specific questions, I'm not hard to find. My phone number's 314-705-5565, and of course I'm on Facebook. You can inbox me. I'm on Instagram. You can hit me up. Sometimes people don't want to talk about finances over the phone, through social media. So they want to talk to me personally, and I'm cool with that. I understand that everybody don't need to know your business about where you at, what you're doing, things of that nature. But once you join in, I would encourage you to also go onto the conference calls, soak up as much knowledge as you can from people who are successful in the business. Share the information with your friends and family, because we all really need the information. We all could be benefiting from this information, especially as a community. And the U.S. government basically rewards those who have businesses. That's why this in place, because small businesses, they really drive the economy. So opposed to going to give the guy at the corner store who doesn't really invest in your community, he has a store there. He sells you chips and lottery and everything else, beer and whatever you want. But at the end of the day, when he closes at 10 o'clock at night, he going out to Maryland Heights. He's going to take that money to a different community. We need to invest in our own communities, in our own selves, in our families for the future. And this is one of the ways to do so. There are many other ways, but this is just one of them. Giving old boy your money at the corner store is not really the route to go, because he's not going to invest anything in your community. He's going to sell you the cigarettes. He's going to sell you the beer and the drinks. He's going to take your money from your kids. He's going to not trust your kids when they come in the store. You're going to watch them, think they're stealing. All these things happen in our community, and then that money goes back into where they're where they live at, or they send money home to their family who is back in Pakistan or wherever, and what do we get? We don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? So think about what I'm saying. Watch the video. If you want some more information, I'll be happy to give you more information. You want some questions answered, I'll be happy to answer your questions. But this is just an option that has been good to me. I've been in it for 2 years, and there ain't no damn way I'd have been giving nobody $35 a month every month for 2 years if it wasn't something that's going to benefit me. So you see me on these trips, you see me going to these games or whatever I'm doing, these are things you can be doing as well. It's nothing special. I'm the same guy from the hood. I'm humble as I can be. And but these things are there for you guys as well. Don't be afraid to ask about them. And I'm going to show you strategy 1, 2, and 3. I'm not at 3 yet. I'm not investing it yet. So I'm not on the side where I got the Merrill Lynch IRA, Roth IRAs. I do have it through the job, but I don't have my own through like a Merrill Lynch or any of these other companies that are out here. So I don't have much information to share in that regard. But that's when you really are starting to see a lot of money accumulate at a faster rate, because you're getting a better rate on return on your investment, because of the fact that you're partnering with a company which gets them at wholesale rate, as opposed to you personally going in there and getting a retail rate. I know that much. I know a little bit about it. But it's just about, getting more acclimated to things that are out here for us, and getting the proper knowledge as to how you can accumulate wealth, how you can invest your money, and how you can use Uncle Sam in a way that's legal, so that you can lower your taxes. What I say, minimize the taxes, eliminate your debt, and then accumulate some assets. All right. So anybody, like I said earlier, who's interested in learning more, I'm not hard to find. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the night, and be safe.